Good morning to all. Today we are going to learn about staffing. Functions of management starts with planning, then comes organizing, and then the staffing. Now, what is staffing? Staffing function pertains to recruitment, selection, development, training, and compensation of subordinate manager. Staffing controls all recruitment and personal need of organization. So, what is staffing? It is a process of recruiting, selecting, placing, appraising, remunerating, developing, and retaining the best workforce in the organization. Now, what is this recruiting, selecting, placing, everything? We'll see in detail. So, the process of staffing. So, the first one is manpower requirement. What is done in this stage? Here, how much manpower or how much workforce are required is identified. The second is recruitment. Now, what is recruitment? Recruitment means searching for the candidate. Now, we have identified that we need one we need one person in our accounts department. Okay, so based on that, what we will do, we will send an invitation to the public saying that we need an saying that there is a vacancy in our organization, and those who are interested, they can apply for the particular post. So that invitation to the public or searching for the candidate is known as recruitment. So, searching for the candidate for the vacancy is recruitment. Now we have sent an invitation to the public saying that there is a vacancy in our organization. Now interested candidate will apply for the particular post. So there will be n number of applications, but we can't select we can't select all the applications because our vacancy is only one. So based on that application, how much applications we have received, we will select the one candidate which is more suitable for our post. That is, we will go through the skill, knowledge and experience, and then we will select the right candidate for the right job. So that is selection. Next is orientation and placement. Now we have selected the right candidate for the right post. After selection, we have to, that is the organization, provide information related to the organization rules and policies. So that program where employees are made aware about the organization work culture, that is known as orientation. So now we have given information about the organization rules and regulation. The next is the candidate will be placed in the particular job. So that is placement. The next is training and development. Now we have selected the candidate, we have given information or we have made the employee aware about the work culture. So now we won't the organization won't immediately ask the employee to immediately start with the work. Before that, the organization will give training to the employee. Okay, so here even depth knowledge, your deep knowledge will be provided to the candidate regarding the functional areas or regarding the job. So that is training and development programs. The next is remuneration. Now what is remuneration? Remuneration is the monetary incentives, that is the salary. Next is performance evaluation. In every organization, the performance of the employees are evaluated. Evaluation means checking. Okay, so the performance of the employees are evaluated. If they are performing better, well and good. If they are not performing better, then they are given additional training. The next is promotion. Promotion is appointing to higher level. That is promotion. Now let us learn about the importance of staffing. The first one is effective managerial function. Effective means beneficial or fruitful managerial function. So staffing is the effective managerial function because it is the staffing which helps in better performance of other functions of management, that is planning, organizing, staffing and directing. So staffing, it is the key for better performance of other functions of management. Good workforce or efficient workforce is helps in various functional areas like production, sales and finance. So that is effective managerial function. The second is leads to effective utilization of human resources. Effective utilization of human resources means optimum utilization of human resources. That is, human resources, they are not underutilized nor they are overburdened. So staffing function helps in optimum utilization of human resources. When organization gives proper care at every stage, that is recruitment, selection, placing, training, what happens, this leads in optimum utilization of resources. That is, the workforce, they are not overburdened nor they are underutilized. Okay, so this helps in giving better performance in the organization. The next is build cordial relationship. Cordial means friendly relationship. So staffing helps in creating a healthy environment among all the levels of the employees. So when there is healthy relationship or good relationship, there becomes easy for better communication and coordination. So this staffing helps in maintaining a friendly relationship in the organization, which is important for better communication and coordination. The next is helps human resource development. As I said earlier, skilled and experienced employees, they are the assets of the organization. So staffing functions helps in introducing the work culture into the employees. So when they are made aware about the work culture and when they are given additional training and development programs, this ensures that there is smooth functioning of all the management functions. So staffing helps in human resource development, helps in effective use of technology and other resources. With the change in environment, even business should also introduce those changes in the organization, right? So when the employees are given training related to latest technology, capital, materials and method of work. This helps the organization to compete effectively with their competitors. So, this helps in improving the standard of the work in terms of quality and quantity. Improves efficiency. When there is proper selection, organization gets quality employees. And when these quality employees are given training and development programs, this helps to improve the performance of the employees. So this performance is beneficial, that is the training and development programs which is given to the employees. This is beneficial not only for their development but also for the development of the organization. That is, staffing helps to improve the performance of the employee as well as the organization. The next is long term effect. Skilled and efficient workforce, they are the assets of the organization. So when proper selection is done by the organization, it helps the organization towards success. So this benefits not only for the shorter period of time but it benefits for the longer period of time. Take for example, imagine a situation where there are large number of employees turnover. That is, when there is where the employees resign frequently. So in such a situation, what the organization will do? The organization will focus more on day to day activities rather than the growth of the organization. So when there is frequent re- employee turnover, there is wastage of resources, time, etc. Right? So for this reason, right person is selected so that it benefit for longer period. That is, it has a positive effect on the organization for a long term. The next is provides job satisfaction. Provides job satisfaction through financial and non-financial incentives. Now, financial incentives includes salary, bonus, and non-financial incentives is promotion. So when the employees are given salary, bonus, promotion, this gives them job satisfaction and gives them confidence. Okay, so when they are given training and development programs, when they are given fair salary and job security, these everything provides job satisfaction for the employee.